Brilliance Audio presents the unabridged recording of The End of Men and the Rise of Women by Hanna Rosin, performed by Laural Merlington. To Jacob, with apologies for the title. Introduction. This world has always belonged to males, and none of the reasons given for this have ever seemed sufficient. Simone de Beauvoir, The Second Sex. In 2009, in a beach town in Virginia where my family had been vacationing for several years, I noticed something curious. Every time I ventured away from the houses rented by the vacationers, to the supermarket, say, or the ice cream store, I almost never saw any men. Hardly any showed up at the fairgrounds Saturday evenings, nor did many climb out of the cars in the church parking lots on Sunday mornings, as they had in previous years. This was a prosperous working-class town, and one of its main businesses had always been construction. I recalled in earlier years seeing groups of men riding in pickup trucks down the main streets, even on Saturdays. But this time, there weren't all that many pickup trucks, mostly Chevys and Toyotas filled with women and children going about their weekend business. On a food run one afternoon, I accidentally slammed my cart into another woman's and knocked out of it some granola bars that had been balanced on a giant box of Cheerios. I apologized, and she was forgiving, and in fact, she turned out to be the kind of stranger who was open to conversation. Her name was Bethany, she told me. She was 29 and ran a daycare out of her house, hence the Cheerios. She was also studying to get a nursing degree and raising her daughter, who was 10. Because she was so forthcoming, I thought I'd edge closer to the heart of the matter. Was she married? I asked. No. Did she want to be? Kind of, she said, and spun me a semi-ironic fantasy of a Ryan Reynolds look-alike swooping in on a white horse, or maybe a white Chevy. Was there any mortal male who might qualify for the role? I asked. Well, there's Calvin, she said, meaning her daughter's father. She looked over at her daughter and tossed her a granola bar, and they both laughed. But Calvin would just mean one less granola bar for the two of us. Bethany seemed to be struggling in the obvious ways. Later I saw her at checkout, haggling over coupons. But she did not exactly read as the pitiable single mother type. There was genuine pleasure in that laugh, a hint of happy collusion in hoarding those granola bars for herself and her daughter. Without saying as much, she communicated to me what her daughter seemed already to understand.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?